Can a 150-year-old tool still meet today's demands? In this video, I'll prove that tools crafted in the 1800s were designed with such simplicity and durability that they can handle multiple applications. The reason why I wanted to create this video was because my wife has a candy business and she has a really rough time cutting up taffy. She uses a miter cutter, and this is a typical one you could pick up off of Amazon for, 11 to 13 bucks. It just takes a regular little blade inside it that you could switch out and just interchange and cut with. But the problem is it cuts okay, but after you've cut 150 pieces of taffy, your hands are gonna be killing themselves. It's just not worth it. We've been actually on a hunt trying to find an actual tool out there, and I've scoured the internet over Amazon. I've checked out all the channels. I found out what all the other candy makers actually use, and I can't seem to find a single tool out there that would actually work to be able to cut the taffy. After doing a little bit of investigation, one of my friends says,
"Hey, we need to look at some older tools."
So I started going back and I looked at old miter cutters that seemed to be able to fit what I needed to do. And I came across this other type of tool made in 1885, and it's actually what's called a cigar cutter. Now, this cigar cutter is an absolutely amazing device. I mean, I haven't seen anything like it yet out on the market. It is made to actually cut cigar bars back when they were all combined and compressed. So back in the day, they had this basic lever that you put the cigar pellet inside and just cut it, and you just keep on cutting it. Really simple device, really easy, something that I was actually looking for. It said it was patented in 1871, but the actual year that it's actually made, it says here 1885. Amazing find. I got it for $50 on Etsy, delivered. Now, you can't beat that versus all the other types of cutters that you find pretty much on the internet. I'm gonna clean it up before we start cutting anything with it on the taffy, and we're gonna get it onto the cutting board on our candy stand and see just how it performed. Follow me as we go ahead and get this thing cleaned up and see how it works versus the old school method. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and run this through a parts washer. It's a lot of PB Blaster. This way I can really get into it. First thing over here, I wanted to be really careful about unscrewing the bolts that were connected to the blade, because those things have been in there for definitely over 150 years, and there is a flathead screw. So the idea was just to see if I could get that PB Blaster to start working in there to get it loosened up. So here's the blade. Let's go ahead and take it over to the flat belt sander. I forgot to hit the record button on the first take, so that's why it was already a little bit shiny. So there you have it. And there you go, making mistakes. I do not edit out my mistakes. I think they're important. As you can see, I'm using those HyFlex gloves because it was getting way too hot. Those are heat resistant. Those are my favorite gloves. Shout out to HyFlex on this. I did put back the blade wrong the first time, so this is where I'm pulling it back out and put it back in. It only has one orientation to going in. There we have it. It's cutting nice and smooth. It wasn't seized up before, but it's sliding really good now. After running it through the parts washer, I'm just going to use good old Dawn's soap and water to get all the oil cleaned off of it and brush in any extra debris that the parts cleaner did not remove.
Now I'm just gonna rinse it down with a little bit of water. Then after that, let's go ahead and get a fan on it, start cleaning it up. Then we're gonna go ahead and use some special oil that I have for it. Now here's the secret sauce. This is Super Duper. I found this company a couple of months ago, and this is an all vegetable oil type WD-40, and it's supposed to be way better than anything you're gonna find. It's all natural and it's eco-friendly. Good stuff. Shout out to Super Duper for this one. Okay, here it is, the moment of truth. Let's see how this all turns out here. I'm just gonna grab the gummiest piece of taffy that we do have and give it a shot over here and just test to see how it cuts. And as you can see, it cuts absolutely amazing. Excellent, I love it. Here is the final product. It cleaned up really nice. The original paint was still on it. I mean, I can't ask for anything better. I'm really happy on how this thing turned out and how beautiful it looks. It adds an actual good ambience to our kitchen. I'm gonna go ahead and test it again from the back side over here so you guys can see it. Here's just some peppermint taffy that I'm gonna use so you guys can cut and see how it works there. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab this taffy and I'm gonna cut it the old way we were doing it before, so you can just see kind of how inefficient it was and just how crazy it was. Here are the miter cutters. You can see it's tough to cut into it. And then it sticks, then your finger's exposed to the blade.
So the new cutter turned out to be absolutely great. It cuts 10 times easier than the conventional miter cutter that we were using before. And it's definitely gonna save a lot of time and effort when it comes to cutting these candies. As you can see, the test turned out absolutely amazing. This was a great investment and a great video to make. I really enjoyed refurbishing, and just all I did was basically clean it up and sharpen up the blade a little bit. The blade was in excellent shape. Now, if the blade was gonna be in bad shape, I was going to just cut a butcher knife and size it for the same size, put the same holes in it, but it really didn't need to do it. I could see this thing probably lasting another 100 years. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button and join me on the next video.